everyone. Today, the topic I'm going to take is a topic that gives nightmare to maximum number of the students. It's a topic from Singapore board, and the topic is solving trigonometric graphs. Right? We'll be taking the simple graphs like that of the sine and the cos wave, starting from very basic. For a given sine wave, we all know the sine wave which is being represented is like this one. This is a wave function, right? So for a given wave, this height is known as the amplitude. This height is amplitude, and supposedly this is a simple sine wave. Y is equal to a sine theta, right? So in this case, for a given sine wave, this theta it lies between 0 to 360, right? It should be less than 360 and greater than 0. This is a simple sine wave. So what does this A represents? A is this amplitude that is being represented here. So if in this case it is 4, 5, 6, 7, it can be any value, right? So this value could be A. So that would be the height, right? More is the amplitude, more is the value of A, greater will be the height of the given wave, right? So for this wave, I can draw like this one. I'm slightly bad at drawing. So for this one, this would be like if the height is 7, so it would be like this. So this wave would be represented here, right? So A just represents the amplitude of the wave. So what is basically in a given wave, there are the two portions. One portion is known as the crest and another portion is known as the trough. This top portion, which is in the positive direction, is called as the crest, whereas the bottom portion, it's known as the trough, right? This one is being there. So for a given sine wave, it's the time period is from 0 to 360 degree. Sine 0 is 0, right? Sine 180 is also 0. And sine 360 is also 0. So all the values are 0, 0, 0 here. At sine 90 is 1, right? So for a given sine wave, the maximum value is 1. But if the amplitude, it's being written as, instead of sine theta, if it is 4 sine theta, y is equal to 4 sine theta, it means this amplitude would be, instead of 1, it would be 4, right? It is 4. This is the height is 4. So what is this? 4 sine theta. What does this theta? Theta is the angle which is being associated. So as the value of theta it changes, so theta is the dependent variable. Sorry, theta is the independent variable. As the value of theta it changes, the value of y correspondingly changes, right? So at 90 degree, the value is in the normal case it's 1, so it's being multiplied by 4, so it is 4. And at angle 270 degree, it's minus 1, so it would be represented as minus 4 in this case. That's being there. Now, if what happen if this wave, if I put a negative sign along with it, right? If for a given wave this is 4 sine theta, now for the next one, if we put a negative sign, minus 4 sine theta, how the wave will look like? It means the wave would be reverted or it would be upside down. So the wave would be going like this way. From 0, this is 180, again, this is 360 degree. So I'll be comparing the two waves. One wave is like this, second wave is like this, same value 0, 180. These are the same waves, right? So what would be there? If I put a negative sign, it means the wave, it would be inverted in this case. It will become minus 4 sine theta here, right? So this value would be minus 4 instead of 2 at 90 degree, and this value is at 270 degree. So this is a wave of minus 4 sine theta. Now what happened if wave is represented as 4 sine theta plus 6? So it means our wave, it would be shifted 6 units in the upward direction, right? So what will happen in this case? So instead of starting from 0, our wave would start from 6 value. Wave will be the same one. So wave would be same. Now instead of getting the maximum value 4, we'll be getting value 4 plus 6, that is 10. So this would be the maximum value. And what would be the minimum value in this case? Minimum value would be 4 minus 6. Sorry, minus 4 plus 6, that is equal to 2. So supposedly this is our value 2. So a wave would be having this value supposedly 10. So how wave it would be behaving here. So it will be having least value here at minus 2, and it will be having maximum value here, that is plus 10. And wave will start from 0. So this is my, instead of this x-axis, this one starting from the 0, it will be starting from 6, and wave will be shifted 6 units in the upward direction. So instead of 0, the wave was starting from 0, now it will be starting from 6. Time period and all the things, it would be same. And instead of ending on minus 4, the least value, it will be having the least value 2. So this is my wave 4 sine theta plus 6. So amplitude would be, maximum amplitude would be 10, that's this value. And the least value would be minus 4 plus 6, that's equal to 2. So just wave will be shifted from here, starting from 0. I'll color it with a different one. So instead of having this one, right, the wave has shifted 6 units in the upward direction. What happens if it gets y is equal to 4 sine theta minus 6, right? So that's the same thing. Now it will be shifted 6 units in negative direction, right? So what would be the maximum value? Maximum value, it would be 4 minus 6, that's minus 2. And what would be the minimum value in this case? Minimum value would be minus 4 minus 6, that's minus 10, right? So wave would be shifted in negative direction. And since sign is positive, it would be remaining positive only, right? It will not be upside down, it will be going upward first. So supposedly this is minus 2 value, this value is minus 10, and the middle value, so this is my middle value, right? So how the wave will be behaving, instead of starting from this point, the wave will start from in between. Wave will be starting from 0 minus 6. Instead of starting from 0, it will be starting point would be shifted. It would be 0 minus 6, that's minus 6. So it will be starting from minus 6. So how wave will be going on? This way, right? So this is my 4 sine theta minus 6. Now the question for you, just draw the wave minus 4 sine theta minus 6. Since it's negative sign, so it will be flipped. And since it is negative, so it will be shifted 6 units downward. Hope you like the session.